Now, my dream vehicle is a 66 Chevy Nova with a big block in it. Yeah, I would love to be able to drive that down Pacific Coastal Highway and just live out my entire American car fantasy. If you've ever seen the film Graffiti, that was what I grew up watching when I was a kid. So that's my dream vehicle. So let's imagine that it's your lucky day right now. You've got the choice of any bike that you could ride, and you get to take someone with you. What would you choose? Where would you go? And who would you take?
I'd want the fastest bike.
Talking MotoGP bikes or something?
Yeah. I mean, you know, a bike that I rode, but I didn't get to ride it too much. I was just I was the Grand Marshal for Evel Knievel's 50th anniversary jump, and I got to ride the Triumph Rocket, and it's a 2,400 and something cc's, biggest engine they make on a motorcycle. I'd like to get that thing wide open. It seems so fast. If I was to be able to dream here for a second, I'd like something like that with an aero kit around it. So I'm not really a big fan of going fast and having the wind smash into your face. I like the wind going around you.
Yeah.
So I really like riding the baggers, because the baggers have the whole big fairing at the front, and you got room to put your stuff in the bags, and you can kind of put supplies and food and drinks and whatever and go for a ride and have wet weather gear and warm gear, whatever it is. But I'd take my wife, obviously, and I'd go to somewhere private, I'd ride to a hot spring or to a waterfall.
Aside from motorbikes and motorcycles, have there been any other memorable vehicles that you've tried and tested?
Yeah, I mean, I always loved hydrofoils, I think they're called, like hovercrafts.
Mm-hmm. So they're really cool.
Yeah, I like them. Things that are amphibious just intrigue me, and I think that's why I was so stoked when I made the bike to be amphibious. It was like the coolest thing to be able to ride on the land and then ride onto the water and keep going. It's still a trip to me now, but it was just one of the coolest things I've ever achieved, was to be able to have that realization. So a hovercraft, I just think that they are a badass. The planes that are amphibious, these planes that can land on water, I think that's so cool, to be able to kind of have the skids and touch down and land on the water and go fishing or swimming, and then just cruise off and land back at your airport. I think that's really cool. So I think an older version of me will be doing that one day.
I was going to say, that was my next question. I was like, are we going to see you in some sort of flying boat contraption later on in life?
Yeah, hopefully not too far down the road. Yeah, I'm almost finished with my pilot's license. So I just, I've finished the written and everything. I just have to do the medical. So I just have to pass the medical and then we're good. Working on that part.
So we're going to wind things down with a few rapid fire questions I ask all of the athletes. I want you to answer with the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Extreme cold or extreme heat?
Cold.
Riding by day versus riding by night?
Day.
The last time you received a speeding ticket?
Within the year.
Vague.
Within the year. Don't know what country. Australia.
Do you sometimes talk to your bikes?
Yes. Yeah, profanities.
Sand, tarmac, dirt, gravel, ice. What are your top three and why?
The right dirt, road, and gravel. I think dirt, because the right dirt with the right water is just the best thing there is. When it's like, I ride the hills out here when it's dry, it's not that fun, but when it rains, it's the best time ever. The road, because it's just always good, especially not always, but it's just a surface that I love. I love road bikes. If I had time again, I would have loved to go down that road. And then the gravel, I think gravel's just fun because you're sliding. It's nice and loose. So I love being able to drift around on the bikes or cars, whatever it is. So yeah, dirt, gravel, road, bike or car. I'll be happy in either or.
In your honest opinion, between rally, Formula One, and FMX, which is the most intense discipline, the one that brings the craziest sensations?
F1, it's crazy, right? First time in an F1 car, and I went down the straight, and I was like, there's no way we're getting around this corner, and we went right around it. I was in the two-seater one, so it was insane. So it gave me so much appreciation of the speed, the grip, and that. It's mind-blowing, but it's a hard question. I couldn't tell you. I'm just going to go with what I do the most. I'll say freestyle motocross. Just put one mark
in a nutshell.
Yeah.
FMX.
FMX, it's the gnarliest.
As you know, MotorFest, the podcast, is about the different motorsport disciplines that you can find in the new season 6 of the Crew MotorFest, be it off-road, flying, motorbike, or GT. If you, for whatever reason, had to make a career change, which of these disciplines would you choose?
I chose flying.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, you're destined to be in the air.
Yeah, I really love it. That old rally, I love rally. I loved every time that I did rally. I felt I was good at it, but it's an expensive game. So it's couldn't make it work when I did have a shot at it, but I could drive the car at the right speed, but it's just when you crash those things.
Oh yeah.
It's expensive.
It's not like a game where you just go, boop, restart.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to explore some more.
All right, guys, that's it for today's episode of MotorFest, the podcast. Make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms. You can also see us on YouTube. Just type in my name, Becky Evans. You can also listen to this podcast whilst you're playing the game, The Crew MotorFest. Make sure you join us for all future episodes, and I'll see you guys super duper soon. Bye. The last time you received a speeding ticket?
1 month ago.
Oh, honest. Love that.
That is a story too.
That's a story I cannot tell. That is a story. Maybe the next one.
Welcome back to MotorFest, the podcast. This is the show where I get to talk to